Well, he took a plea deal.
Some up. Hard work, not another day's of work. Hard work, hard work. That's what they say. Hard work, hard work. I earn my pay. Hard work, I get off the rock. I move on down. Hard work, got to go make the call. Hard work, bringing on the doors in the morning. Hard work, get up. Let's go to work. Hard work, hard work.
So I'm back because yesterday Birdie had put a little clip over here on TikTok that made me think. And it has to do with what Steve G had come out on News Nation talking about. Because, of course, now they're starting to change up some of the narrative. And they're starting to put in there that, maybe there was somebody else involved. Maybe Bryan did have help. Well, I actually made a statement yesterday when I was speaking about the very beginning. And I, in a way, kind of made that statement. I know there's a lot of folks over here who try to stay neutral and try to stay to where they believe that Bryan could have possibly had a role in this. I want everybody to know that I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that he played a role in this at all. I don't know how his DNA got on that knife sheath other than it being planted. I do not believe that Bryan played a role because his car itself was never, ever in that area. It was proven that it wasn't. B, we've been shown over and over again the cell tower information and how his phone was never in that area. They want you to believe that. And now they're pushing the stalking issue. They're trying to really push that now. Why are they pushing the stalking issue? Why are they shoving that in our face again? When Bill Thompson stood up and said he was not stalking the victims, the chief of Idaho State Police, he said that they weren't. Brett Payne said that they weren't being stalked. So either they were being stalked by somebody else that played this role, but it wasn't Bryan. It was not Bryan. What's going to be interesting is this WSU lawsuit and all these 13 complaints. I'm sitting on pins and needles waiting to see this shit because I'm sorry. There's never been anything that's been brought to us that has been just solid proof that this guy, this spectrum, autism, smart as fuck guy who was doing papers on this exact thing that happened to him and was given he came over during the time that WSU was given a grant to study this kind of behavior, and that's what he was going into, suddenly gets charged with this. That to me is more suspicious than anything. So I just wanted to make this very, very clear to everybody that I am not in any way thinking that he was involved. I need more proof. I need to see footage of him actually going into the home. I need Bethany, to whatever she's got as far as evidence is concerned, I need her to say that she's seen him. I need her to describe him or say, I know him and he was there. Something to that effect. Because we have never been shown anything. he never was seen after this attack in the store with any kinds of cuts or anything, that appeared like he'd been in an attack. He was out in public after this. And the people wanting to say that he called his mother and was on the phone with her for so long and that she was telling him to go back and get the knife sheath. You guys are a bunch of assholes, because you got that from Nancy Grace, and she has no proof of that. None whatsoever. Unless she tapped his line and was listening to the conversation and she actually heard that. But no, these things that you guys are hearing about him are probably coming from mainstream media. And none of it is true. None of it. And the only ones that know that are the ones that have been following this case for almost 4 years. We know all this stuff has been debunked. We know that they proved that he wasn't stalking the victims. We know that he didn't have anything about the victims on his electronics. Nothing. We know they didn't find anything in his car. Nothing. Is he that clean? Did he clean his car that meticulously? Nobody can. Nobody can. For crying out loud, people, think. Think. And, and then we got to deal with the folks that are saying, well, he took a plea deal. So back to what Bertie said. Yes, he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. We're going to start, there's going to be people coming out of the woodwork saying, it was Bryan, but he had help. There was a second person. Thank you, Steve G. Thank you for going on to News Nation and changing the narrative for us. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.